Well, here I am. Can you believe I am working on November's kit? This Moss and Mirth. What a dream kit this is. Moss and Mirth by Cocoa Daisy. This is the November kit that is up for subscriptions between the 1st and the 23rd if you're a brand new subscriber. If you are a current subscriber, which I hope a lot of you are, you don't forget you can make changes and add or subtract any of your subscription kits between the 1st and the 7th of the month. So this has been such a beautiful kit to look through and do the unboxing. And I'll go back and put the unboxing of this up in the corner when it becomes available. So what we're gonna plan to do today is kind of just look at what we've got. I have a couple ideas I want to throw past you and see what you think, but it really is a beautiful kit. I love the green. The green just brings it home for me. So I always get the standard traveler's notebook. This is a staple in my life and in my planning system, and I adore it. Sometimes I take the cover off, sometimes I leave the cover on, but it seems to be always my first project that I seem to do is getting this all set up and ready visually to get me prepared for all of the other things that I create as well. So what I'm planning to do today is leave the cover on, and I'll tell you why. There is a beautiful brass clip that Cocoa Daisy has included in the subscription box for the main planner kit. It looks like a TN and it has the fauna coming out, and then it has those boxes there and then like a clip or something over on that side. I'm actually using this as my inspiration today. I think there's a lot of things we can get from here, like the planner is sprouting life, and that's how I feel about planning in general. So what I'm thinking about doing is taking these beautiful kit papers. I love these so much. And I'm actually gonna put different blocks, just like these are, right here on the front. And I'm gonna do them different sizes just because of the way that this embossing is. I'll probably do one up here and then a main one here and then one down here. They're gonna be different sizes, but you'll see where the inspiration comes from for sure. And then on the back side, we'll get to that. I have no idea what I'm planning to do there, but that is where my jumping off point is. And if you've been here for long enough, you know that all I need is a jumping off point, and then sky's the limit. There are so many cute little things with this kit. I just can't wrap my head around what beauty lies within. So let's go ahead and get started. So I measured this here, and it is about 3 by 4 inches if I went all the way across. And now I'm going to look at this paper and see if I can kind of cut a 3 by 4 inch square out of here, maybe leaving a little bit of white space. Because if I just had one just like this, it would look very busy compared to maybe the other 2 squares. So I want to make sure there's enough emphasis on the 3 by 4 area. Ooh, I could do this instead. Let's go ahead and do this instead. 3 by 3, like maybe a square. I don't know. Let's check it out. And if we don't like it, we certainly can cut a new one, right? Again, I want this one to be more like a title maybe. So long and skinny, but 4 inches across. So maybe 4 by 1.5. At this point, I'm just guessing. Looks good to me. Since we already have this dangle over here, let's use this. And I bet it's about what we need width-wise. Just about perfect. Let's just go ahead and use that. Smarter, not harder, right? I am not the biggest fan of how much time it takes to use this tearaway tape, but I am a fan of how amazing it's going to be when it's needs the extra adhesive on the corners. I am guilty of not being as thorough with my adhesive when I use the tape runner, but for this cover, because it's going to be loved on for many, many, many weeks ahead of time of November when I actually used it, I want to make sure that the front is 100% secure. I'm going to start by putting this one on first off because it's the one that needs the most a detailed precisionness with putting it down. And now I'm going to go ahead and put the bottom one on. Now do you see why I wanted that red line tape? Because with the way that the book is constructed, it kind of has this slope here, and I want to make sure that everything is adhered down just so perfectly. Now let's use some of our pet stickers. I just have this inkling to put this here on the side. It's just so gorgeous. Trying to play with scale a little bit. See how large these are? And this is why I wanted to use this one, because there are so many things that are oh so tiny. I think it will add a little bit of visual interest to the front if I'm playing off those sizes. Now, the last thing I want to put on is going to be the November sticker. This is in the main planner kit. Again, all of these supplies are just gonna go ahead and put my November. Isn't that pretty? Oh my. I just have a feeling November is going to be just as chic on the inside. Now for the back side, while I was off camera, I was thinking, well, I'll just put this on here, but it's just a smidge too wide. So let's go ahead and make our own pocket. I love this paper. I think you guys will as well. So we're just going to trim this. It is going to be a little bit wider than the notebook, and then I will score it and like fold those pieces in, and that'll be the perfect little addition to the back of our notebook. Now I know I'm folding in this whole side, but I don't know how I want my pocket to go. So I'm just kind of winging it at the moment. I wing things a lot here. I love just trying different things and seeing if they work. I was just thinking about how I wanted to cut my pocket, but I really want to pay homage to the pocket they've already given us in the main planner kit. It has this scalloped rounded shape on top of the mushrooms. So I was thinking, why not mimic that here and just kind of do a little bit of rounded mushroom on our scalloped pocket. I like to take off the bottom one first and get that all lined up, because that seems to be the hardest one for me. And there you have it. Wow, that looks so fun. What a great little pocket. Let's use some of these pet stickers. Let's just do like a row up here of mushrooms. They can be all different. Let's make like a base line, and then everything will go off of that. Now, if it goes over, that's fine too. Now, because I have a little leftover paper, I'm just flipping that over, and here is what's on the back side. And then I just cut off those edges, put some red line on there, and look at that. That looks lovely. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you do like and subscribe this video so you can continue to see more amazing moss and mirth content from Cocoa Daisy all month long. Take care, everyone. Bye.